Hi, Joey. I am not going to be able to be there tonight. I'm really sorry. I was looking forward to it, going to pick up Ellie from college. But wanted to say a couple of things that I appreciate about you and that make me laugh. First of all, I want to thank you for being a great sister and overall fun person to be around. I remember as a kid growing up, your bedroom was under John's and mine. John and I were on the second floor in this kind of no man's land up there. And no one could hear us up there except you underneath. And somehow on Saturdays we'd get up at about 5 in the morning, and usually the morning began with some kind of a fight or something. And so you'd come screaming up the stairs saying, "You guys have to be quiet because I'm sleeping." And obviously you had been up because you were quite a bit older than I was at the time, and you were up probably seeing a lot of boys at that point all night. But anyway, you were always the second mother to me, and Mom was out getting her hair done or putting her makeup on, and she would leave it to you to take care of me. So one of the things that I think about when I think of you is you are one of the most giving people I know. You love to give gifts. You love to cook for people, and everything with regard to gifts and cooking is big. And the idea would be that we would be having dinner for two. I remember one time I was about 12 and you had dinner set for you and me and Bill, and your kids were pretty young at this point, so they didn't eat very much. And Bill called in, said he was going to be late because he was a resident, and you had enough food for about 10 people. And so you said, "Okay, go ahead and start eating." And I had a huge plate full of food, and I'm about 12 years old. So I start eating, and it was really good. I don't know what it was, but it was really good. I remember that. But you could only hold, at 12 years old, I could only hold so much. When I finished my plate, you said, "Get some more. Keep eating." And that was kind of your motto. I remember you made Bill sandwiches every day, and I think you made him 9 sandwiches every day for lunch and maybe part of his dinner. But I can't imagine eating 9 sandwiches. I don't know if he was able to finish those or not. But I remember Christmas, one Christmas when the kids were really young and you guys were in Maine, didn't have a lot of money, you had we were out in California, and you brought out the presents out there, and you brought the Sears catalog. And you were saying, and it was like the night before Christmas, you were saying, "I went through the catalog and I circled all the things I bought. And they have all these things you can get for 99 cents. So I bought them all." So it was an example of, again, really large. They had a lot of gifts to open. It was maybe quantity over quality, but they did have a lot of presents. And as time went along, every year needed to exceed the previous year. And I remember one year the kids were a little older out in California in the Arcadia house. The Arcadia house is pretty big, but every surface of floor and table throughout the living room and throughout the family room was covered with toys this Christmas. And I was trying to imagine how in the world you got all this stuff back to Minnesota. I mean, we're talking, there were mountains built, there all these parts and little men and little dolls, and I mean, there was so much stuff, it was mind-bending. And I remember your kids coming out Christmas morning and looking around and kind of having the glazed, I don't even know how to process this look on their face. But anyway, you love giving gifts, and one of the things that has been great for us was when we moved back to Minnesota, you made it easy. You made it a great experience for my kids, for my wife, for our whole family to move back here. We had a place to go when we didn't have anything to eat. We had a place to go when I was looking for a job. You were the master networker, where you knew everybody in town. I can think of relationships that I have that are because they knew you. It was a great thing. And I've also appreciated how you've really taken care of Mom and been a good friend for her all these years, and especially now that Dad isn't here, and how you've come up every month since you've been in Atlanta and spend time with her and spend time with your grandkids. It's been great. So I want a lot more years out of you. I'm imagining another 20, 30, 40 years maybe. And then you get to go to heaven. But not till then. Dad had a great verse out of Deuteronomy 33:25. Thy shoes will be as iron and brass, and as thy days, so shall thy strength be. And so I'm praying for you that you'll have many days and you'll be strong through them all. And thank you, Joey, and we'll talk to you soon. Happy birthday.